Hello, everyone, and welcome to Kindred Pens. I am JD Crist, and this is my
And
good
I,
friend.
I'm Gideon Drake.
We are both indie authors, which just means that we self-publish our book rather than going through a traditional publishing company. I guess since this is our first time that you're probably seeing our faces, that we should probably tell you a little bit about who we are. Gideon, I'll let you go first.
All right, Gideon Drake writes psychological thrillers. Been writing on and off since high school, really taking it serious for the past 3.5 years, maybe something like that. So, yeah, I decided to go the self publishing route as well. So, that's a little about me. Let's hear a little bit about you, JD.
Well, I have always loved books, writing them, reading them, whatever. I came up with my first story with my father as kind of a healing process to get through some trauma with no intentions of publishing until he made me promise him before he passed away. And then I just haven't been able to stop. I didn't start taking it seriously though until about a year and a half ago. And wow, it has been a ride.
Yeah, same here. Big learning curve whenever you first get into doing your self publishing, things like that. Uh, Community, I think we both kind of found a really good community that's really helpful. And anytime you had questions, there was always somebody there to kind of help you out and kind of help with that curve a little bit. And
Mhm.
it's kind of what we're here for.
Yeah, because I know when I first started, before I found my community, it was Google, tears, and some blind dumb luck on what I was doing.
Same. Spent a lot of time just going through and doing searches on how to do different things. What's the best way to go about doing it? And some of the answers you get isn't always the best way.
Most definitely. Yeah, so that's kind of what we wanted to do this for, you know. Maybe somebody comes across these videos that is thinking about starting the self-publishing route, or maybe you've already started and you feel like you're completely lost. I can say for sure that I don't have everything figured out, but we'll share what we know and what we learn along the way as we go.
Exactly.
So, Gideon, why did you decide to do the self-publishing route instead of trying to trad pub?
Well, I did research on both. Um, the trad publishing, from what I saw a lot of people who were trying to go the trad route, who were getting an agent, and sometimes they were waiting 2 or 3 years, and some of their books just never did get picked up or anything. And I think probably maybe 1 to 3% of the people who go the trad route actually end up with the publisher, and a lot of people just wait and wait and wait. And they've got stories to tell that never get out there because they're waiting for that. And then I looked at the uh, book talk community, uh, and I see a lot of the indie authors on there who are doing it all their own. And I didn't want to wait a couple of years to get my story out there. I wanted to be able to get my story out. And then I also wanted to have the creative control of my stories, my covers, and everything else along the way. So if there was something that I wanted to do my particular way, I wanted to do it my particular way, and I didn't want to have somebody else telling me that I've got to change how I do things to fit some particular mold. And then even with the trad publishing, it looks like lately, or at least within the recent years, that the authors still have to do the majority of their marketing anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if you're going to have to do most of the marketing anyway, why not have the creative control to do what you want instead of trying to fit in some mold? So, what was your reasons?
Well, honestly, I published my first book alone just because I promised my dad I would, and I went the KDP route just because it was the ISBN was free. It didn't cost me anything because this adds up quickly. And I didn't have any confidence in it. I figured nobody would ever read it. And then I'd actually published the first 5 books before I found my community in the book talk and started buckling down and getting things going. And yeah, I mean, it was silly of me to let them sit for 5 years like I did, but I'm kind of glad at the same time because they were already self-published, so trad publishing was no longer even an option to look into anymore. And I love it. The whole community and vibe and everything.
I tell you, one of the other things that I really like about the indie author route too is that you get a lot more personal connection with your readers.
Hmm.
So, like the trad route, you publish the book, it goes out, they send it out to all these bookstores and stuff, and you may go on a tour and do some of that. But I know, like you and me as well, a lot of the people who buy our books, we actually talk to them before they even buy the books.
Yes.
So they get to know us as not just as the author, but as a person and, some of the things that we may be going through and some of our struggles. And I think that that connection is pretty powerful. I know I sat on a panel one time and it was readers and authors. And the readers got to ask the authors questions, but the authors also got to ask the readers questions.
Hmm.
And one of the questions that came up that I found really, really interesting, it was from an author that said, for the reader, if you have a big TBR list, how do you pick which book you're going to read next? And their answer was actually, I find the one I'm going to read next is usually an author that I find a personal connection with, and then I will read all of their books next. So I think that's from our route, the way that we're doing it. I think that's pretty impactful.
I agree. I mean, because we talk to these people in lives, through chats, whatever, and they become more than readers. I mean, they become friends in a sense because we end up knowing everything on each other.
Exactly.
And then the connections we get through like bookstores and stuff. I mean, that's how me and you even found each other. I did an interview and got invited up to Faded Pages, and you were there too.
And which is interesting because I had not even had an interview with her. I literally had just been like on her TikTok page several times, and I would go in and hang out. And she mentioned that she was having a book signing event and asked me if I wanted to come since I was close by. And I was like, yeah, sure. And so, yeah, that's how I ended up going and getting to meet you, which is another story in itself.
Yes, for those of you that don't know, we traveled 3 hours, met each other, traveled 3 hours home. I only bought one of his books at the time and finished it and needed more. My husband went on his live to order another one, and we discovered we lived 10 minutes apart.
Yeah,
We
practically
traveled that far.
neighbors. So that was funny.
So, yeah, lots of good. And there's tons of people like that. When you get into social media, you've got your bookstores you can talk to. You have your spotlighters that'll bring you on, hype you up, and all of that. I know I've had several that gave me the confidence to keep going.
Yeah.
I,
And the spotlights are really good too because when you're on your channel, you have your followers that follow you. But whenever you get on somebody else's spotlight, they're spotlighting you, then it also gets you access to their followers too, which could be new followers for you and new readers. And I know several spotlights that I've been on, they actually ended up resulting in several people coming over and buying my books.
hmm.
So it's always a good way to network and find those extra readers.
And the spotlighters themselves love to pick up the indie author books. So they, when you come up, they're like, I've got this. I read it. Hold on.
Exactly.
I'm one of those. I'm like, where's
Mhm.
my book? See, what else? Let's see. I know that indie authors have a lot of options even when it comes to how to self-publish. I know we both started off going the KDP route. You're still doing it.
Yep.
And I'm experiencing eh, experimenting with another route if it doesn't drive me insane. So I'm sure we will have an episode talking about that. Um, every route has its pros and cons. I think you just have to find the one that works best for you. Uh, I can tell you one thing. I'm sorry, but I still find it funny is apparently sometimes KDP, if you order 100 books, will send you 100 packages.
Occasionally, it happens. This last time was better. Yeah, this last time was better. We only got like 10 packages, and the rest of it was all in boxes, which was great. But yeah, we had one time. We ordered, I think we ordered something like 200 something books. It was of all four of my books. Two of the books came in boxes, and then we had like 100 and something packages that was individual packages with one book in each package. And I'm like, what in the heck is going on? The porch was just filled with packages everywhere. The driver had to make 4 trips pulling a little cart up to deliver them. He wasn't happy.
So yeah, in case anybody didn't know, the Amazon guy apparently does have a wagon he can use.
And the wife wasn't really happy having to open 100 and something packages for books either.
I'm surprised I didn't hear her cussing from my house.
I'm surprised too. She was not a happy camper.
But I know that's some of the things that we want to talk about. Is like the different options, getting into the social media, because as an indie author, social media is a must. I think we found both found that TikTok works the best for us personally.
Yeah,
I have all
for
the
sure.
others, but I just don't see the results from them or get the same community.
I don't either. And it's odd too because I've talked to people who actually do better on some of the other platforms than they do with TikTok.
Right? I've
So I've
seen
seen
that
some,
too.
but I just haven't really I haven't seen that. I haven't seen where doing it on the other platforms is really beneficial unless they're like maybe running paid ads or something like that. But TikTok from the standpoint of just getting out there, I mean, it's really the best that I've seen anyway so far.
Especially with like the lives and stuff, because you can pick up people just randomly scrolling and they'll be like, oh, books.
Yeah. And the cool thing with the TikTok lives too is every time you go live, you get a brand new audience. So
Hmm.
there's always new every time you go live, it's people coming into your live a lot of them's never seen you before. So that's pretty neat.
It is. And then they got the whole, you can set up the TikTok shop and have it linked right there. Just go, go,
Yeah.
go. That helps a lot,
Yeah, that does a lot.
which is probably something else we get into because I hear a lot of people saying that setting up the TikTok shop confuses them. And I set up mine so long ago, I'm like, I don't remember it being that bad, but maybe I've blocked out some trauma. I don't know.
Yeah, I know I had some difficulty setting mine up, which was interesting because I set it up under my real name, not my pen name, Gideon Drake. And there's a junior at the end of my name on my driver's license, but I don't use that anywhere else. So being able to have all the supporting documents that match it was really difficult. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. But then when the wife set hers up, it was just like put it in like a day or two later, it was running. So Really wasn't that difficult.
Yeah, I think my biggest challenge was is for some reason ID verification doesn't like my married name, and I've been married for years, and I'm like, I know my maiden name, but I don't have anything with that on it anymore.
Yeah, yeah, it's a little bit, but I mean, for the most part, it actually went pretty smooth.
And if you can get through it, it's totally worth it. So
I
worth
think
it.
so too.
I mean,
And,
we
and
both still have our sites that we offer them on directly,
yep,
but it's so much easier that when you're talking, they don't have to leave your live or your video and go look it up and then try to come back to you. They can do it all right there.
yeah. And the cool thing with the TikTok shop too, with the payments, is the more you sell through it, the quicker you get your payments because you kind of scale up.
Yes, and every month I am 2 orders short of getting bumped up
It's
too. But it's okay.
okay.
I'll get there. Let's see. But yeah, we'll have stuff like that. Um, there's another thing, and it's flown out of my mind. But everything from formatting to the different cover options, all of that, we're probably gonna talk about it all, guys. Okay?
As far as
Because
formatting goes, I'm pretty sure that we both do something totally different.
sure we do, because mine is all over the place because some of my books have pictures in them. So I have to go around programs to use another program to, it's crazy.
And the one I use is a one-stop shop. Mm.
Yeah, I tried the one you use and it still didn't like my picture, so I
Really?
yeah, it didn't like it.
Interesting.
I was like, well, I know how to backdoor this other one, so I'll just keep
Yep.
doing this. But then one of my programs, I know that Gideon likes using the harsh critic to tell him how good his books are.
Yeah, I was shocked at the new one. I can guarantee you that. In a
So,
good way. But
a good way.
in a good
Um,
way.
and something
But
I
yeah,
know I've been experimenting with, and I know you're probably going to look into in the future, is audiobooks.
yes.
I am juggling voice artists right now for all 7 of my current ones and hubbies. And I'm like, just calm down, people.
Yeah, I reached out to a female narrator the other day that we've been kind of talking back and forth. So I'm hoping, looking to see where that goes.
Ooh, I hope
Uh,
it works out for you because I know hubby wants to read your books, but he never has time to actually read. He has to listen to
yeah,
his books.
yeah. So yeah, that's some definitely something that we're looking into. We've been talking about it for a while. We're actually trying to pull the trigger on it and get some stuff done with it.
That'll be awesome. And guys, we're both indie authors, but we both started in totally different places. We don't even write the same genres.
No,
I mean, I'm mainly dystopian. He's psychological thriller. I'm dipping my toe in horror just a little bit.
just a little bit.
Just a little bit. But yeah, but we understand it doesn't matter your genre or where you started. This is an expensive thing to do, especially if you go the
Yeah,
route of you're gonna hire editors and
cover
all of
designers.
that. Yes.
So it all costs money, and and then you hope that you put out a good enough product that you make that money back from sales from the product. And so yeah, it can definitely get expensive. And then like we purchase all of our books to keep in stock,
Hmm.
and we have to pay for the print costs, pay for the shipping to get them to us, just for us to be able to sell them like through the TikTok shop or at the in-person events and things like that. And those events aren't free either.
No, no. I found one that was, or Mary didn't charge us. And then I
No.
found one in our backyard that was free. And my dear friend wasn't able to get signed up.
Yep. That's okay. I've got plenty going on this year,
But
especially
next
with
year we're gonna
everything
sit
going
down
on.
in like January and be like, all right, these are the ones I know about. What do you got to
Yeah.
read?
Yep.
But events are important because it takes you out of people's phones and they get to talk to you and
Yeah.
makes it more personable.
The in-person events are so much fun. I love them.
Me too. And I'm very much an introvert and I still love doing them.
We did the both of our first event was the one that where we met at, and I just kind of got hooked on it. I love doing them. I'll do as
They're
many of
so
them
much
as I
fun.
can.
And like we came away with a friendship. You meet other authors there and it's just expands your community even more.
Absolutely, it's a lot of fun.
So yeah, you don't want to miss out on any of that. And then if we ever run out of things to talk about, we'll probably just start talking about other indie authors and what we're reading because, what author doesn't read good books?
Yep. Yeah, I'm currently reading your books.
Yours is next. I have to I have another one I'm finishing. It was the thicky thick. Oh, and it's
Yeah.
killing me, guys, because I actually went and met him to pick up this book.
My editor does not like the thicky thick books.
Well, she would hate this one. It's Elijah's book. It's like 500 pages and it's a monster. I'm like, okay, we can do this.
Yeah, the last one I did, she was like, "Really? 85,000 words?"
That is something me and
But
Gideon have in common to save on paying an editor. We both have our spouses do it.
and my cover designer is my daughter. She's actually working on a new one right now for me that I'm really looking forward to.
And I don't have anyone, so, but I have a Canva subscription and I have taught myself how to do it. But it's little tips and tricks like that that we've just kind of
Yeah,
picked up through doing this. And why not share what we've learned? We get to have some laughs because whenever we get to talking, we can talk for forever.
yeah. Always find something.
Always.
Always.
So I think we're planning on posting one of these every 2 weeks.
Yep.
Uh, just because we have so much going on. But if anybody watching this has any questions or topics they'd like to see us cover right away that maybe you're struggling with, shoot us an email. I'll have that link below and or leave a comment. I'm sure we'll both be checking it.
Yeah.
Um, and make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss when we drop another one.
Exactly. Look forward to, hearing some of your comments and some of the things that you may have questions about. Seeing how we can help you out and kind of shorten that curve a little bit.
Exactly. And if you guys are interested in either of our books, we will have those linked as well. So feel free to check them out. But I think this is going to be the end of episode one. Episode one, take two. But
And we really want to just kind of get on here first thing, just kind of introduce ourselves to you, let you get to know us a little bit, and then going forward, we'll make sure that we have some specific topics that we can kind of talk to you about and talk through maybe some of the issues that some of you may be having and see how we can help you get through those.
yeah, because even if we don't know the answers, we'll gladly introduce you to our community and find the answers for you.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. And I think we're going to go ahead and sign off for now.
All right. Have a good one.